everybody, this is Life Cycles part 2. Last week we learned about the life cycle of a frog and the life cycle of a plant. This week we're going to learn 2 more life cycles. So let's review. Last week we learned that living things go through a life cycle. They are born, they grow, they make new things, and then they die. This cycle happens over and over again. We reviewed the life cycle of a frog, watching it go from an egg to a tadpole, to beginning to grow legs, finally losing its tail and becoming an adult frog. We also learned the life cycle of a plant, where it starts as a seed, it germinates and becomes a sprout, it begins to stem roots, becomes a flower, and eventually also will grow a fruit as an adult plant. This week we're going to be learning the life cycle of a butterfly and the life cycle of a white-tailed deer. Like the life cycle of a frog and a plant, the butterfly changes form during each part of the cycle, meaning that in each part of its cycle, it's going to look a little bit different. The life cycle of a butterfly begins when an adult butterfly lays an egg. Out of the egg hatches a caterpillar. It has one job: to eat and eat and eat. Once it is grown and ready, the caterpillar will develop into a pupa or chrysalis for its resting state. While in the pupa, the caterpillar goes through metamorphosis to become a butterfly. Once the butterfly emerges from the pupa, the cycle will then repeat. Alright, now we're going to be watching a quick video from the National Geographic that's going to show us the life cycle of a butterfly, and they're going to show it from egg to butterfly. You'll see here a caterpillar actually eats its own shell for nutrients and food. Some animals resemble their parents and grow larger, but do not change their appearance. So like us as people, squirrels, or deer, our life cycles, we are just growing larger, but we still resemble our parents. Unlike a butterfly life cycle, where each point of the life cycle they look a little different, we stay pretty much the same. We're just growing larger and older. Now we're going to look at the life cycle of a white-tailed deer. White-tailed deer are deer that are native to Virginia, and they live in the forest areas. This is the life cycle of a white-tailed deer. Remember, in this life cycle, the deer is going to resemble its parents. So unlike the life cycle of a butterfly, where it changes in each state and its appearance looks completely different, in this life cycle, the baby deer is going to look just smaller than the adult deer. So the baby deer we call a fawn. So a fawn is born and they have white spots on their back. They actually use these white spots to help them camouflage and hide from predators when they are too young to take care of themselves. They then continue to grow and become a yearling. This is like a teenage deer. They still have the white spots on their back because they're still young and still need some protection. Finally, a fully grown male deer is called a buck, and a fully grown female deer is called a doe. Bucks, the male deer, grow antlers. For today's activity, I would love for you to log on to Seesaw, and if you look in your activities tab, you'll be able to find a blank template of a life cycle. Choose any life cycle we've learned, either life cycle of a frog, a plant, a butterfly, or a white-tailed deer, and you are going to draw out the life cycle yourself. I know I normally end these videos with an experiment, so if you're looking for an experiment to try, if you look further down on the choice board at choice 4, I am going to be answering the question, how can I make an egg float in water? And I'm going to showing you guys how we can follow the scientific process to solve my question.